is going to be at least minimum 3/10 deduction there, and that pretty much sums up Becker's performance.
Well, you
all
can see
day
him
long.
limping too, Tim Daggett, and he has a bad ankle and a bad leg apparently. Trent Demas, his lead certainly not in jeopardy, and Becker, who was in second place at the start of today's competition, certainly is limping low in the standings in the final 8. All right, let's take a break here from Orlando, Florida. We go to Gail Gardner in New York in this NBC Sports Update.
Many of the athletes we're watching today in Orlando dream about competing in the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona. But they are not the only dreamers. This summer, the eyes of the world will be on other athletes, the Special Olympians. In the early 60s, the mentally retarded had little chance to compete in sports. Eunice Shriver, then sister of President John F. Kennedy, changed that. In 1968, she founded Special Olympics and began the International Special Olympic Games. In 1984, President Reagan recognized Shriver's unrelenting effort to help the mentally retarded. Saying she deserved America's praise and love for her decency had touched the lives of many, Reagan awarded Shriver the President's Medal of Freedom. Special Olympics has grown to become a worldwide movement. When the 8th International Summer Games are held in Minnesota this July, they will feature 6,000 athletes from 100 countries. The Games will be the largest sporting event in the world this year. Special Olympians compete in 22 Olympic-style sports. The Special Olympics oath says, "Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt." While embracing this oath, these athletes have touched the hearts of all who have witnessed their courage, skill, and joy.
You are the stars, and the world is watching you. By your presence, you send a message to every village, every city, every nation. A message of hope, a message of victory. The right to play on any playing field, you have earned it. The right to study in any school, you have earned it. The right to hold a job, you have earned it.
Eunice Shriver, a woman who has battled for so many causes, has battled back herself from a very serious car accident. This past January 15th, Shriver was involved in a 2-car accident in Washington, D.C. She suffered multiple injuries, including a broken pelvis and 2 broken arms. Earlier today, we had a chance to speak with her husband, Sergeant Shriver, and I asked him about her condition.
She's doing very well, I'm happy to say. She's actually home. She came home 3 or 4 days ago. She's still confined to her bed for the most part, but she's doing fine.
In all the years that both you and Eunice have worked with the Special Olympians, what is the one thing perhaps that has impacted on both of you the most?
I think it is the miraculous growth of Special Olympics. No one ever imagined that Special Olympics would have this worldwide impact.
That's after these messages.
We're back live in Orlando, and the finale of this competition, always an exciting part of any gymnastics competition. The men will be on the high bar and the women on the floor exercise. Going into the final rotation, Trent Demas was a sizable lead over Zhao Liang of China. Chris Waller, who had the top score in the parallel bars, moves into third ahead of the Spaniard Miguel Rubio, who competes for, or has, Houston Baptist University. And for the women, Betty Okino will have to run into a disaster not to win today over her teammate Kim Zemesco, the defending champion Zemesco. Karine Boucher of France, a surprising third, and the 13-year-old Spaniard Fragois is fourth. And now to the free exercise, the first competitor, Zhang Xia.
And this first tumbling pass, a full twisting double back, is very crucial for her here. She had a very short landing yesterday. We were not sure if she was going to be able to continue.
Xia currently in 7th place.
Actually, that was a little better than yesterday, but she just is having a lot of problems. It's been kind of a mystery with the Chinese women. The men are so incredible with their tumbling, but the Chinese have had a problem with tumbling. She's going to set up now for her second tumbling pass, a whip through to the double back. She she's actually performed this one pretty well. Let's see what she does. All right. Little low, but she pulled it around. The Chinese are known for their flexibility and their lines on this event. She's actually going to dismount with a difficult dismount, double back dismount, which is what most of the girls are doing here. She pulled that round too. I think she looks a little tired. It's been a disappointing competition for her, but I'm sure she'll be back.
The Chinese national champion, 15-year-old Zhang Sha. The leader is due next on the floor, and there she is, Betty Okino of the United States, as she goes for her first American Cup championship. We return.
I said it.
Orlando, Florida, and the 16th McDonald's American Cup, and Betty Okino of the United States. She was born in Uganda, moved to Romania, lived with her grandmother. Father's Ugandan, mother Romanian. They came as a family to the United States at age 2. A brilliant tap dancer in her youth. She and her brother were the junior tap dance champions from age 5 to 10. And that dance and her ability to move so gracefully certainly part of her wonderful line and look. And now Betty Okino on the floor exercise. Kim Zemeskal is regarded as the better performer in this rotation, but this is for the title.
And this is a critical first tumbling pass for Betty, a full twisting double back. She's had some problems staying in bounds, and hopefully she's going to be able to stay in this time. She got it. That was probably the best bowling I've seen her do since we've been here in the last few days. Betty's going to show you a triple turn on the floor exercise. Something that I think that gymnastics is really lacking, and she's bringing back. There it is. That is so difficult. We're really getting back to some of the more artistic moves. She's looking real good. She's just so beautiful to watch. All she's got to do now is nail this double back dismount, and I think she's got it in the bag.
Crowd loves her. The crowd is on its feet, saluting what they feel will be the champion in 1991.
No, I'm proud of you. No, I'm proud. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Good job.
This is a very difficult dismount to end it. You're so tired at the end of the exercise, but look at the height she gets here on this double back. Right there.
Just a comment on her relationship with Bella Caroli as they announce a 9.95. There's your new champion. That can't be beaten.
And what a coming out party for Betty.
Kim Zemeskal, the defending champion, will now battle for second place. And $5,000 to this 15-year-old, and that's peanuts to some major league athletes. But boy, you talk to these kids and they say, wow, big money at stake.
That's going to be the 10. Huh?
Here's Waller, after his fine parallel bars performance, has moved into third place. And now we'll try to put some pressure on Xiao Liang, who will follow him as they battle for the runner-up position behind Trent Demas.
And actually, nobody is an assured winner at this point, Dick, because the high bar is basically like the balance beam for the women. All of the releases that are being done now, you can follow at any time. Watch that. A full twist one way and then spins the other way on one arm. Tremendous. Here's his first release. Watch. A laid out Tkachev. Beautiful. He's right on. He'll show us a multiple release here. Reverse hex. Right into a Ginger. Boy, he's flawless so far. You hear how important that grip is. He'll do a double twisting, double somersault, 2 flips, 2 twists. And oh my, boy, he just rocked that one.
Chris Waller, second in the nation last year behind John Roethlisberger. And Waller puts some pressure on his Chinese compatriot, Zhao Liang, as Trent Demas watches. And of course, this is his top event, the high bar. Even as a 10th grader in high school, he won a national medal at age 16. Let's find out the condition now of, oh, I understand Kim Zemeckel is okay. Let's go to Betty Aquino, and here's Bob.
All right, thanks, Dick. Betty, I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Okay.
You've won the competition.
I'm excited. I didn't know I'd won. I didn't expect it.
Surprised?
9-0. Sort of. Yeah.
Tell me why.
Because I've been sick and preparing for this competition, I wasn't as prepared as I would have liked to be, and I wasn't sure how I was going to end up placing.
You told me yesterday you've been suffering from the flu bug for about 3 weeks now, is it?
Yeah. Yep.
What would you have done if you were healthy this weekend, Betty?
Hopefully score 10s on everything.
10s on everything.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Betty.
Thank you.
All right, Betty Aquino. Let's go back up to Dick.
All right, Bob. Aquino told us that she needs to be yelled at, that she had mental and physical breakdowns a year and a half ago when she was 20-something in the juniors. Well, Bella Caroli. Zhao Liang in second place going into this final rotation, but he's seen Chris Waller with a magnificent bar effort and a 9.90 score, which means that Liang, about to go to work on the high bar, needs a 9.65 to secure second place in this competition behind Trent Demas. And there's Waller, pleased with his 9.90, and so was this enthusiastic crowd in Orlando.
You know, that's what you love to do as a gymnast, put the pressure on the other competitor. It's real easy to go up there when you know you don't have to do that great of a set, but he knows right now to maintain that second position and to hopefully, what he's thinking now, to overtake Trent Demas. He's got to do a great exercise here. Very stoic competitor. I tell you, those moments before jumping up to the bar, they seem endless at times. But now it's all him, and he's in 100% control. Let's watch for his first release skill. Way in the air. Oh, my. Oh, boy. Just let go a little bit too early on that. Got one hand completely around the bar. The other one just did not grasp. He, of course, has 30 seconds to remount the bar. If he cannot remount in that time, he has to stop. So let's take a look at the problem. We're looking at a Stalter skill here. This skill, called a Ginger, he lets go of the bar, flies away, and just a little bit too far. Can't hold on to it. That certainly takes him totally out of that second place position and probably out of the competition 100%. His second release, oh my, once again. You know, Dick, it is so hard to regain your composure after an error like that. You know, he knows he's out of it. He's just a little bit too far again. You know, I think he could have held on to that one, however, but at that point, I'm sure he's thinking, you know, it just really doesn't matter.
No way he's going to score 9.65, so Chris Waller benefits and will move into second place, but the crowd encouraging.
It is so hard to get back up on the bar after you've had two mistakes like that. He's just looking forward to the time he can get back on the plane and go home at this point.